Our group presentation's topic today is about how does Weibo aesthetics affect a fan and a non-fan's judgment and actions. Our group number is 吴玉庄、洪欣礼、陈林谢、孟之礼、Cecilia Zheng, and Yi Huan. Coined in the 1960s by cognitive psychologist Peter Katchett-Watson, the term confirmation bias refers to the tendency to think, interpret, favor, and recall information in a manner that confirms one's prior beliefs or biases.
Confirmation bias was first described by Watson after conducting an experiment called the 246 task in the 1960s. In the experiment, participants were told to guess at a rule about number triples that Watson had in his mind. The participants were informed that the sequence 246 complies with the rule. The participants were then asked to write down sets of numbers they believe conform to this rule while receiving constant feedback from the experimenter on whether the numbers conformed or not. When the participants had gathered enough evidence, they were then required to announce their guess about what the rule was.
The actual rules that Watson came up with was any ascending numbers, such as 347. In the results, Watson found that the participants only test for positive examples. However, given the starting point 246, many participants generated triples that were ascending. Even numbers and also increased by 2. Participants in the experiments did not attempt sequences that might falsify their theory. For example, 645. They only tried sequences that come from their beliefs, therefore demonstrating confirmation bias.
In our video, both the fan of the celebrity and the non-fan would demonstrate confirmation bias towards their own respective ideas, as they only favor information that supports their beliefs instead of considering the opposition's ideas. This ultimately leads to them having an argument. Design thinking will be used to recognize the issue behind social media and identify ways to resolve this problem. After understanding the issue and reviewing it precisely, constructing our prototype is the next step. Our analysis and research process will always include the principles of design thinking.
As our group looked further into the idea of aesthetics on social platforms and had more detailed research on this topic, we were able to define a problem relating to the design of Weibo and the difference in judgment and actions towards celebrities. We recognize that fans have a stronger supportive judgment towards their favorite celebrity, and that this can be supported through the daily fan attendance design on Weibo, as well as the general visual aspects of the media app. A video prototype will be put together with VFX from Adobe After Effects and Premiere Pro to test and analyze the question, how does Weibo aesthetics affect a fan and a non-fan's judgment and actions? If anything doesn't seem to work out, we may return to previous design thinking stages to make alterations. The video prototype our group will be creating will illustrate the differences in behavior between users online when judging a field of interest. We have narrowed it down to 2 roles, fans and non-fans, to achieve simplicity. The video will contain 2 main characters, where one has their own field of interest, which is being a fan of a celebrity, while the other holds a complete opposite opinion and attitude towards that celebrity. The video will display Weibo with a very simple but appealing white background, as well as the design of reacting a post with 5 different emojis. Most importantly, the design of the daily fan attendance in Weibo is a feature where fans can sign their attendance for their celebrity every day. It is a design aspect that demonstrates the supportiveness of fans and encourages them to use Weibo more frequently. This leads to being exposed to more information about their favorite artist and eventually building a stronger connection and positive impression of the person. Meanwhile, the non-fan would purposely comment disrespectful comments about their disliked artists.
This video will first reflect the modern society. People relate behavior on the social media. You can see people play the mobile phone everywhere. Though there is a social media designed with a lot of star following functions to attack many similar users. Its unique is its aesthetics. Those and through the eye of the girl, we can watch her step by step falling madly in love with a celebrity. In the video, she can initially see another passengers, then is completely unaware of her surroundings. Catching up in social media, and finally waking up by the sound of the bell ringing to get off the train. Later, the boys who got on the train sat in the same position as the girl. He was also watching his same star, but his attitude was disgust. This not only shows the social media deliberately cause those situations to giving user activity, but also show that the distance between people getting further and further. It's a space age now, say the film The Great Buddha. Men can go to the moon in the spaceships, but they will never be able to explore the universe inside themselves.